Hi guys, it is Labor Day weekend, September 6th, and end of summer. So the garden is, looking beautiful in its own way. Some things are working, some things are not, and here it is. If you're my family and you're watching this, and I love you guys, thank you so much for hanging in there and still watching this. If you're not my family and you watch this, and leave me a comment. I'd love to hear what you like or don't like about my videos. Thanks. Alright, so here's the entrance. Building this really paid off. It didn't end up, what grew on this didn't end up being what I thought would grow on this, but it was still so fun and satisfying to see this. And it's definitely at its prime right now. The hanging basket idea for the melon totally worked. I don't think it's constricting its growth. I mean, it might be because it is tight. I'd love to hear if anybody has ideas about that. But it is growing nicely. This guy that grew on the ground here, I think is getting close. I also don't know when to harvest this. It's not soft down here on the end the way one I would buy at the store would be. So if you have advice on when this needs to be picked, I would love it if you leave me that in the comments. I need that help. The watermelon kind of stopped growing. The plant, just the gourds took over, and it's not getting enough light. But he's sitting there. We're gonna let him grow as long as he can. What else is growing here? So as you can see, I got a little mildew this week. Look at this beautiful gourd. I saw the mildew last week. You can see the gourds are doing great. They love the trellis. They're growing all over. And there's so many different varieties. There's little striped ones. On this side, this should be that pumpkin that I wasn't able to give enough space to on the ground. And look at its vine. I mean, it is really just like what I always imagined Jack's beanstalk would look like. It's really pretty. You can see the sunflower. We had some really high winds this week, so it kind of toppled over there. But in return, we got, so there he is, toppled over. It's a big, beautiful one. The two little ones, you can see the size difference, but in comparison, they bloomed, and that is just really fun to see them there. It's too bad the big, big one isn't hovering at the top. That would be so beautiful. But you can kind of appreciate the whole look of this. And then on this side, you can see more of these gourds. I mean, they really are pretty. It's going to be fun to see what they all turn into. And you can see that they're going all the way into the forest there. Not the forest, but the bamboo, the neighbor's unlandscaped portion of their yard. These white, pretty white flowers on the bamboo, they look pretty, but it's actually all of next year's weeds. So here's the front. When I watch these videos, I really just like looking at it. So you guys tell me if this is too much time. You can see there's like some little ones coming. I'm hoping that we get one more cantaloupe, but I don't think it's gonna do it. 2 is my goal, so I'll be happy with that. This in here is a tomatillo. This side doesn't get as much sun, so it's not doing great, but I'll show you in a second on the other side.